Alright, y'all. What's up, man? Today we finna watch some Fern, ANOM, the most genius FBI operation. Oh, let me turn on my green screen. Hold on. My bad. What is it? Close your eyes. You're not supposed to see this. Black Ops 6 hard? I'll tell you what it is. I'm telling you what is hard. I'm talking about Fortnite, bro. I've been seeing that. I've been seeing the clips. Some boys been going crazy. Fortnite. Dang, Chad, I ain't tell me I was white on this, though. Let me turn my light down. I'm not streaming, I'm tweaking. Alright, let's watch this Fern video, man. I should have been started.
It's a quiet morning in an Australian suburb. The streets are still. The neighborhood sleeps soundly. In a few seconds, the silence will come to an abrupt end. A few seconds.
He said 4:50 a.m. Can you imagine the police busting in your crib at 5 in the morning?
The silence will come to an abrupt end. Armed officers will storm through family homes.
I know I'd be yelling.
Flashlights will cut through the darkness, illuminating the startled faces of criminals, violently hurt from their sleep. Scenes like these will happen all across the world. A global storm is coming down on organized crime. As the sun is rising from Asia to Europe and finally to the Americas, police in 16 countries will strike. They will raid drug labs, secret warehouses, and private residences. Around 9,000 police officers will make over 800 arrests. Nearly 40 tons of drugs, along with countless weapons and millions in cash and crypto, will be seized.
Operation Trojan Shield.
This first-of-a-kind global operation.
The biggest investigation and operation
biggest criminal sting ever.
Entire organized crime rings will cease to exist from 1 minute to the next. It will be the final act of Operation Trojan Shield. The largest sting operation.
Bro, will they really be doing stuff like this? And no, I dropped the fry. Grab me a Chipotle napkin.
Operation ever, orchestrated by the FBI and Europol. And at the heart of it all is this phone.
Oh, but like I was saying, they be doing these operations and you'll never see them, bro. Like they be, I'm talking about, we always be doing covert apps. I be wanting to know about stuff like this. Stuff like this to me cool.
This video is partially based on the book Dark Wire by Joseph Cox. Cox is an investigative journalist. He went deep into the criminal underworld for his research. Due to the nature of some anonymous sources, we are unable to verify all the information independently. We highly recommend checking out the book.
I need a good book. Where they got that on Amazon?
I have a cargo ship with captain on side too. They want to throw over load as they leave.
When can we start?
I have a job ready as tomorrow to pick up. It's already here.
This is a real conversation between two drug traffickers, sent via an encrypted phone. Encrypted phones are very special devices. They often lack functions like camera and GPS.
Hey, this is why I like Fern, because as soon as they said encrypted phone, I'm thinking, you know, maybe you just got a couple of this, couple of that. But then he explained it to me what they got, you know what I'm saying? I like that.
Yes, and are designed
Shout out that boy Fern.
to enable more privacy. People use these phones when they don't want to be tracked. Politicians, military, corporations, a wide range of people use privacy-focused devices. The market for these phones is massive. For obvious reasons, they are also very appealing to criminals. Encrypted phones are often modified consumer phones with additional privacy tools. Sky ECC, EncroChat, and Phantom Secure, to name a few, were big players in the crime world. Secure phones like these don't come cheap. Phantom Secure, for example, charges up to $2,000 for a 6-month subscription. This is the price you pay for absolute privacy. Some of these phones come with a very handy feature.
So, he picked up the load, and I think he's been arrested and in need. There's a lot of evidence, and It's on my BlackBerry. Yeah. I need that evidence gone. ASAP. One sec. But the thing is, cops can't access it, right?
They can't even access that anyways, yeah? If a phone is ever compromised, a remote wipe command known as kill switch can be activated. This kill switch wipes all the data from the phone, making it completely useless. For law enforcement, this is a nightmare. Even if police manage to seize one.
I missed a couple parts. I was trying to fix my cam, bro. That thing was looking ugly. Do you like what you see? I feel like this camera is making me hella bright. But it's okay, man. Let's do it! Alright,
one of these devices, all potential evidence can be destroyed remotely. Over the past few years, law enforcement has aggressively cracked down on encrypted phone companies. One by one, companies like Phantom Secure and Sky ECC were shut down, leaving behind a massive vacuum. As in any industry, a vacuum presents an opportunity, and one man seeks to seize it.
Hey, what I'm wondering is, how much does an encrypted phone cost? You feel me? Encrypted phone cost. I just be typing. Oh, that's actually not that bad. This one right here, 278. Oh no, that's not right. I do know how to spell, bro. Let me stop playing. Costco. Crib, I'm a crib, nigga. Right. Encrypted phones are designed to provide maximum privacy and security. They offer features such as, tell me the cost. Come on, man. I understand. Oh, okay. This the thousands. These be the sat phones in the movies. You feel me? I'm going too deep.
It is 2018. A rather dodgy businessman has an idea. He goes by the name Afgu.
Gotta go heat up the
is an
nuggets.
expert when it comes to encrypted phones, selling phantom secure devices to criminals. He's a bit of a geek, though not much of a coder. Previously, Afgu worked alongside one of Australia's most notorious drug traffickers, Hakan Ayak. Known as the Facebook gangster for publicly documenting his criminal lifestyle online, Ayak is deeply connected in the underworld. Observing the gap left by all those encrypted phone companies going down, Afgu hatches a plan. He wants to launch the next big encrypted phone, ANOM. ANOM devices are essentially off-the-shelf Google Pixel phones, modified to run a custom operating system called Arcane OS. This is where it gets interesting.
Arcane OS.
At first glance, it looks like any other phone. It has apps like Tinder, Netflix, and Spotify. But when you tap them, nothing happens. They're just dummies. ANOM phones come with several special features. One of them is pin scrambling. It randomly shuffles the numbers on the keypad, making it difficult for anyone nearby to figure out your passcode. The real magic is unlocked when you enter it.
Dang. I mean, like, what, you know what I'm saying? Will that really confuse me if I'm trying to get into a phone and, oh, the numbers are mixed around?
Pin. When you unlock the phone this way, you only see these three apps: settings, the clock, and a calculator. The calculator works just like a normal one, but if you enter a special code, the heart of the
Man, I had this on my Android as an app, where the calculator app was, you know what I'm saying? Something special. Come on, bro. They been had this.
Device reveals itself, the ANOM messenger. It allows you to chat with an ANOM user anonymously. In case things go south, the phone also has a kill switch. ANOM will soon become a thriving tech startup for organized crime, and Afgu will become its CEO. But his true plan goes far beyond that. This story is about a brilliant sting operation, but it's also about privacy. How many input fields have you filled in your life? Remember the account from that sketchy online store you ordered from a decade ago, or that weird form about that thing you once cared about? Data brokers are companies that collect your private information from the farthest corners of the internet and sell it often to the highest bidder. That way your data can easily end up in the hands of cyber criminals.
Why he put the ad thing so late? I finally see it in the corner.
Who basically
You
I get
almost
this
got me.
call from this lawyer I've never heard of, and who basically said, "I want to meet you tomorrow."
This is Andrew Young. He works for the Department of Justice in San Diego.
Hey, what meat y'all think these niggas really is? Hey, what meat y'all think these niggas really is, man? Keep it real. Keep it 100. My bad, chat.
California.
My bad video.
Young and his team are meeting the mysterious attorney. His client, none other than AFGU. Turns out the lawyer reached out to broker a deal. AFGU is offering his product, ANOM, to the FBI. The offer, AFGU will build the next generation of privacy phones, and law enforcement will.
I didn't know you could just call up the FBI and be like, yo, I got this product. You know what I'm saying? You trying to buy something? I guess you gotta have a prestigious lawyer though, like he got. You know what I'm saying? Like AFGU.
Of total access, a hidden back door, the ultimate get out of jail free card for AFGU, in case he ever needed one. His personal intentions for that are not clear. Presumably, there's already a lot of dirt on them. AFGU's attorney pitches the phone to the authorities like a Silicon Valley tech demo. Andrew Young and his team quickly realize this could be a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. What could be more valuable than having control over thousands of devices designed for criminals? Young and the FBI agree to work with AFGU. But many questions remain unanswered.
See, I'm trying to tell y'all, niggas get in that room and they fold.
How should the backdoor be implemented in ANOM? And how do you get criminals to start using the phones? And there is of course another major problem. Without evidence of a crime, spying on phones inside the US is illegal. Young is concerned the operation.
Spying on phones in the US is illegal. In the court of law? Oh. So it's not illegal, they just gotta. Man.
Evidence of a crime, spying on phones inside the US is illegal. Young is concerned the operation might not get approved by the Department of Justice. So the FBI reaches out to Australian law enforcement instead, and they seem to be stoked by the idea. With the help from the Australian Federal Police, AFP, the first ANOM phones can hit the black market in Australia.
Oh, so they started off in Australia. That's what I was like. You feel me? I'm like, what you mean? If it's illegal, how they gonna do it? You feel me?
The trap is set.
But he doing it on purpose though. Right? That's what they saying. They saying
months go by as AFGU builds his company.
AFGU is doing it on
The FBI
purpose.
remains hidden in the shadows. He hires coders from around the globe. They all work from home, completely unaware of their real employer.
I gotta heat up every
As CEO,
part of my food, bro.
AFGU collaborates closely with law enforcement.
I hate the cold
They soon manage to implement a backdoor that allows the Australian police to gather intelligence from
Australian
ANOM phones.
police.
The FBI is still left out. The mechanism is straightforward. When a user sends a message to another user, that message is silently copied and redirected to a third location, controlled by the authorities. The users will not notice a thing. Now, ANOM just needs users. The strategy is to rely on word of mouth, just like any other product in the criminal underworld. AFGU starts handing out will not notice a thing. Now, ANOM just needs users. The strategy is to rely on word of mouth, just like any other product in the criminal underworld. AFGU starts handing out ANOM phones to Australian criminals for free. They in turn tell others of the device, and so on and so forth. After a series of tests, the moment of truth arrives. An Australian AFP officer stares at his screen in anticipation. He can hardly believe his eyes when the first intercepted message appears. All the hard work has finally paid off.
Dang, they got them boys instant.
It's 2019. ANOM has several hundred users. Demand is skyrocketing, and deliveries are spreading all over the country. Drug traffickers, Italian mobsters, and bike gangs. All of them are using ANOM to discuss business. Meanwhile, the AFP is meticulously monitoring every message, gaining invaluable insights into criminal operations. But the FBI is still not allowed to read the messages. Young needs approval from higher ranks. After a lot of meetings and persuasion, he finally gets what he wants. His approach is somewhat dubious, though. Running servers with intercepted messages on US soil is prohibited, and Australia is legally not allowed to share their intelligence. The FBI needs another country to host the operation and pass on the information.
dang. The FBI be going deep, deep. I'm talking about them boys went from Australia, and now they finna go to a different country. And then they finna go to a different country. I know they finna go. They might hit like 3.
To them. Young reaches out to members of the EU, searching for a willing partner to help. Finally, Lithuania volunteers to host the FBI servers. Let's put a pin into these legal shenanigans for a moment, though. For now, Operation Trojan Shield can finally kick into high gear. This is Swedish drug trafficker Maximilian Rivkin. His nickname is Microsoft. He has scars on his knees and fingers. His right arm shows a tattoo with 3 monkeys. Don't see, don't speak. Maximilian Rivkin. His nickname is Microsoft.
Maximilian Rivkin.
He has scars on his knees and fingers. His right arm shows a tattoo with 3 monkeys.
Bro, I'm talking about they got FBI. You see FBI in the bottom left corner. They got a full profile of this man. His scars, his tattoos. God dang.
Don't see, don't speak, don't listen. Microsoft runs a meth lab in Sweden and is well connected in the country's underbelly. He uses EncroChat to communicate with his accomplices. In the summer of 2020, Microsoft receives a weird message. In fact, every EncroChat user receives this message at that very moment. Law enforcement in Europe.
Oh, you trying to tell me this is the dude behind a massive, what you said, drug operation? That's crazy. My bad. Back to the video.
Every EncroChat user receives this message at that very moment. Law enforcement in Europe is cracking down on the encrypted phone company. Microsoft is screwed and urgently needs a new, safer way to conduct his business. So he travels to Istanbul. Here he meets Hakan Ayak, the infamous Facebook gangster. Ayak is working on expanding ANOM's reach and sees enormous potential in the company. The meeting leads to a new business partnership. Both men are convinced that ANOM is the future of encrypted communication for criminals. Together, they set a goal: push ANOM globally and become its biggest resellers. Back in Sweden, Microsoft wastes no time. He begins recruiting a network of people to help distribute ANOM phones across the country. With the downfall of EncroChat, ANOM grows at insane speeds. But users are skeptical. After the recent crackdown, everyone is extremely cautious. Trusting this new phone company is a huge risk. To build credibility, Microsoft tells others that ANOM's founder
They got them boys quick.
is on the run from the FBI. If even the FBI can't crack the platform, they all should be safe. In a fairly foolish display of trust, he even sends photos of his own.
Whole time, the FBI is running the whole thing. This man sent his whole ID.
Swedish ID card over ANOM to reassure his contacts. Meanwhile, law enforcement is watching the whole drama from a distance. FBI agents are analyzing all the messages, including those from Microsoft. Everything is unfolding just as planned. ANOM spreads autonomously and self-propelled within the criminal underworld. But one day, an officer reads a series of very concerning messages. Apparently, Microsoft is planning to murder a former cafe owner in Stockholm. Convinced that the man owes him $800,000.
$800,000? Why does a restaurant owner owe him $800,000? Hey, $800K? You might have to get knocked out too. You
Microsoft
owe me
hires a
800K.
hitman. In a group chat, the hitman suggests to disguise himself as a delivery driver, approach the target's door, and take him out on the spot. Microsoft loves this. At this point, the Swedish police realize the threat is about to become real. The police has no choice but to warn the target. The assassination fails. ANOM is never mentioned as a source. It's 2021. ANOM has spread at a phenomenal rate.
So they figure out who the dude is, warn him, get him out, and then they never get caught. Like, come on, bro. What?
It's 2021.
That's a movie.
ANOM has spread at a phenomenal rate. With around 12,000 users and millions of messages sent in 45 different languages, the sheer volume of data has become overwhelming. FBI agents are sifting through countless messages from all over the world, ranging from drug deals and murder-for-hire schemes to money laundering operations, and even the occasional unsolicited pic. When lives are at risk, the police are forced to intervene. ANOM, however, can never be named as a source during fieldwork, or the entire operation would be exposed. The secrecy of the operation is paramount. With every new user, this problem multiplies. Eventually, the flood of intelligence becomes too much to process. At the same time, Lithuania's court order is coming to an end. Without Lithuania, where the ANOM servers are running, the FBI cannot spy on people anymore. After 4 years, Operation Trojan Shield needs to end. But when it does, it sends shockwaves through global organized crime.
Operation Trojan Shield.
Global operation.
Biggest investigation and operation.
Biggest criminal sting ever.
I missed it. So this is when they said, let's do it.
Intelligence becomes too much to process. At the same time, Lithuania's court order is coming to an end. Without Lithuania, where the ANOM servers are running, the FBI cannot spy on people anymore. After 4 years, Operation Trojan Shield needs to end. But when it does, it sends shockwaves through global organized crime.
Operation Trojan Shield.
Global operation.
Biggest investigation and operation.
Biggest criminal sting ever.
ANOM users all around the world are waking up to a nightmare. Heavily armed law enforcement enters their home, somehow fully and thoroughly aware of all their illegal dealings. Later that day, the FBI comes out publicly and reveals the secret behind ANOM.
For the first time, the FBI developed and operated its own hardened encrypted device company called ANOM.
Law enforcement agencies across the globe celebrate their unprecedented.
Hey, y'all see how quick them boys be talking about our own. See, look, I told y'all they was gonna spread, bro. Look how many countries they got on that list. Look at all them countries on the Trojan Shield. That's crazy. They got so many people off that junk. I'm already knowing. Hey, hold on. Let me prepare my food over real quick. I forgot. Got to pray before I eat. Lord, forgive me.
This investigation, called Operation Trojan Shield, shined a light into the shadowy industry of hardened, encrypted devices.
This is a watershed moment in Australian law enforcement history.
Operation Trojan Shield results in hundreds of arrests, the dismantling of major criminal networks, and the seizure of enormous quantities of drugs, weapons, and illicit funds. The evidence seized by the police is staggering. It feels like the ultimate triumph against organized crime. It certainly is the biggest sting operation in FBI history, probably in all of history. But as the dust settles, a harsh reality begins to emerge. This mission, hailed as a success, could potentially turn into a massive failure. To this day, over 27 million ANOM messages have been collected. Based on this intelligence, over 800 arrests have been made. But experts are growing increasingly skeptical about whether ANOM's chats will be admissible in court. That's because the evidence may have been obtained through potentially illegal means. A German court has already set a precedent, ruling that ANOM chats cannot be used as evidence in trials.
You do gotta remember though, probably most of the criminals that they getting for probably got paid. And you know what having money means. Having money, boom. Good lawyer. Feel me?
Because they could not be physically linked to the suspects. In the case of 3 drug traffickers arrested in Germany, the court only approved physical evidence for trial, dismissing the encrypted messages gathered from ANOM. In Australia, legal uncertainty has already delayed a major trial, with the court grappling over whether the data collected through ANOM's backdoor can be used to convict suspects. If courts worldwide continue to reject the ANOM chat evidence, hundreds of cases could be thrown into
Close that back door.
jeopardy. Criminals who are caught red-handed through these communications could potentially walk free, despite their obvious involvement in serious crimes. Other courts declared ANOM's messages as lawfully obtained. Trials will likely go through higher instances in many cases, dragging on for years. It's unclear how many ANOM users will ultimately be convicted. While official press releases praise the number of murders supposedly prevented, there's a troubling silence regarding those that were not. According to Joseph Cox, at least one assassination of a Swedish man was meticulously planned in ANOM chats and executed while authorities observed in real time. As these cases become mired in legal limbo, an uncomfortable question arises. Was Operation Trojan Shield actually worth it? If key evidence is dismissed and trials are delayed or overturned, the operation's long-term impact may be far smaller than law enforcement had hoped. And there's another dilemma here.
Dang, so their whole plan backfired.
One that affects us all. It's about privacy. Today, almost every popular messenger is end-to-end encrypted. Preserving privacy is essential. It's a basic right. Encryption.
Yeah, so if they doing this, you know what I'm saying, and it's not admissible in court, what they doing that we don't see?
Technology is not just for criminals. Journalists, human rights activists, and dissidents from authoritarian regimes rely on encrypted messaging. Privacy concerns all of us. Data abuse can affect anybody. You might instinctively want to respond that you have nothing to hide. Even if that were true, what if you lived in a totalitarian state rather than a liberal democracy? Would that stance still hold?
Okay, well, that's the end of the video, man. I will catch our boys in the next one, man. Peace. I think because it be on 1440p, I be looking ugly. Yeah, I think. What y'all think?